We are going to make this happen right here, right now. Welcome, everybody. This is the Death of Speaking Masterclass, what the top 1% of speakers, coaches, consultants, and experts know that you don't, and how we're going to give that to you and have you pivot faster than you perhaps even thought possible. So let's get right to it. Who is this for? This is for anyone who sells their expertise, knowledge, or wisdom. This means speakers, consultants, trainers, coaches, authors, course creators, information marketers, people that Teresa and I call speaking-driven professionals. So in short, if you use your knowledge to solve a major business problem, this is for you. Here's the irony, my friends. We're going to get into some numbers and some stats and statistics here in a second. The speaking industry is doing great. So speaking as an industry is booming. We'll talk about that in a minute. And speakers, good speakers, are dying. And that makes me crazy, so we're here to stop that. Here's what this means, by the way. The kind of shifts we're talking about today, great for some. That top 1%, they know what's going on. And it's great for their business. Their businesses are booming. Horrible for most. Most people that are not tuned into what we're talking about today are not going to make it. In the next 6 to 12 months, you're going to see a mass exodus out of the speaking business because it's too hard, because nobody pays speakers, because everything has changed, because all my clients have retired, because of whatever the heck crazy excuse you've got going. So let me tell you where I came into this. My perilous journey, having none of this figured out, like none. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm an old school theater guy. I've got an MFA in stage directing from the City University of New York. I did a lot of directing and assistant directing and teaching from 1985 to 1992. A friend of mine says, well, hey, this theater thing's not working out for you, buddy, but this teaching thing seems to be good because I was an adjunct professor at my graduate school. Maybe you should do this teaching for companies, and that's called corporate training. So that kicked off my 10-year corporate training career. I figured, well, how hard could this be? How hard could this be? So 2002, went out on my own as an entrepreneurial trainer, speaker, coach, consultant. Total train wreck. First 3 years of my business, I was slowly going broke. Some years I was fast going broke. No idea what I was doing. I had no fans, no database, no business connections, no clients. I struggled for years, literally. First 3 years were horrible. Here's the first mistake I made. Here's one of the things that is killing your speaking business. It's called GBS. It stands for Grocery Bag Speaker. Grocery Bag Speaker looks like this. This is my very first little mini one sheet that I had back in 2002, and I was everything to everyone all the time, anywhere, anytime. Leadership, sales, marketing, team building, presentation skills, time management, goal setting, hiring, firing, basket weaving, boat building, whatever it was, I was there. Teresa, here it comes. You ready? You ready?
I'm ready.
Dun, dun, dun. There's the death of speaking, my friends. If your menu of services looks like mine did in 2002, you are a commodity. You are commoditizing yourself, and you are screwed. You are screwed. That's spelled S-K-R-O-O-D. Screwed. You're screwed. It's over for you. Mistake number 2, no target market. Literally spray and pray. Any client was a good client. Here's the magic phrase, guys. Write this down somewhere. It is very hard to hit a target that you cannot see. See this cute little guy? He's blindfolded. He has no idea where he's aiming his sales and marketing and messaging and packaging, and it's literally all over the map. Teresa?
I'm ready. I've been practicing that. I want you to know.
Good. I know. We all got to chime in. We all got to chime in on this. Like, dun, dun, dun. Death of speaking. Mistake number 3, NSA. NSA, by the way, for our friends in the National Speakers Association, that does not mean National Speakers Association. That means no sales ability, no selling ability. What am I doing wrong? I'm a good speaker. I'm a good consultant. I'm a good expert. I got a great book. People love my stuff. Why am I not getting booked? Because you can't sell, and more importantly, you don't sell. You don't sell, so don't be surprised that people aren't buying when you're not selling. Dun, dun, dun. Death of speaking, mistake number 3. Here was the pivotal moment for me. I sat in the buyer's chair for a year. I had a long-term engagement with a small $7 million publishing and info marketing company based here in Springfield, Pennsylvania. I spent 12 months as a conference producer managing and hiring speakers into their online and offline events. I hired 160 plus different speakers and experts, virtual events, live events, forums, summits, all kinds of things. 4 different categories that we were in, 4 different topic areas: HR, safety, finance, and sales. I knew what worked and I knew what didn't the second I sat in that buyer's chair. So much so that in 2008, I spoke at the National Speakers Association National Convention in New York City. I created a program called Help Me Hire You, which is 21 strategies from the buyer's chair of what speakers are doing wrong and how to do it much, much better. And then that's what pivoted me from my own speaking business into now being one of the top mentors and coaches that helps people develop, market, sell, and monetize their speaking-driven business. Along the way, I earned my certified speaking professional. This is my email that I got back in 2014. I like to nickname this email the official moment, the official day and time that hell froze over, because I thought I would never get this. It was a 10-year extravaganza to become a certified speaking professional. Only about 10% of speakers are members of NSA, just so you know that kind of marketplace saturation factor. And only about 10% of NSA members have earned their certified speaking professional designation. So this is me on stage receiving the medal with my 70 best friends. This is a medal hanging on my wall right now. I'm looking at it over the top of my computer. This is my CSP medal hanging on Woofy the Wonder Dog, and she is officially the certified speaking pooch. That's what CSP stands for when she's wearing it. The reason I share any of this with you is there's an awful lot of people out there pitching speaker marketing and millionaire speaker this and millionaire speaker that, and they've never had success themselves. They've never reached the top of the profession. They've taken someone else's course, they've ripped off that course, or they've watched a few videos on YouTube, and now they think they're some kind of speaker marketing expert. So I'm just simply telling you this to be very, very careful. Among all the different people to listen to, make sure you're listening to people who have really figured this out for themselves and, more importantly, for their clients. So here are some stats for you. Speaking is thriving. Here's what I mean. There's 18 million meetings a year, 7,500 business meetings per day. Here's what this means, guys. There were 7,500 business meetings yesterday. There's 7,500 business meetings today. There's 7,500 business meetings tomorrow. And you're not speaking at any of them. There is endless opportunity if you knew where to look, if you knew how to market and sell and reach out. This is a $280 billion industry, 4.8% annual growth. This sounds like great news. Every speaker should be kicking up their heels and having a party. But my question for you is that turning into great clients and a healthy speaking business and money in your pocket? For most speakers, the answer is no. So that's what I mean by speakers are dying. Less than 6% of speakers earn 6 figures. Less than 2% of speakers earn $1 million or more per year. 50% of speakers earn less than $50,000 a year. That to me is a shame. That to me is criminal. That to me is a huge waste. Here's what happened. In all these economic downturns, 2001, 2008, 2011, there's a flood of amateurs. Whole bunch of unemployed people entered the speaking business figuring, hey, I'll go to Kinko's, I'll print some cards, how hard can it be? Too many speakers started speaking for free. Too many free speakers skew the marketplace. Too many buyers get used to free speakers. The skewed marketplace leads to skewed strategies, and it gets even worse. It gets even worse, guys. Because over time, these numbers get worse. They don't get better. Generally speaking, folks do not grow their business. How do we know? In our coaching and mentoring program, we always ask during the application process about people's revenue goals. We pulled 40 applications and we followed up with these people. I want you to type in the question box. Out of 40 people that we decided were not a good fit to work with us, or they decided they weren't ready, they weren't good enough, they weren't smart enough, they didn't have the confidence and the clarity to step up to make their speaking business happen, they said no thanks, or we said no thanks to them. Out of those 40, guess how many people, when we followed up 3 to 6 months later, improved their numbers, and were better off financially. Go ahead and type some numbers. How many of those 40 figured this out on their own and pulled the nose up on the airplane? It's zero. It's zero. How horrible is that? I mean, that speaks so loudly that the speaking business is doing great and speakers are dying. Speakers are dying out there. So I love the generosity here. I see people putting 2 and 10 and 5 and whatever. No, it's zero. Here's why. 7 killer trends that you need to know about. Number 1, pay to play. And a lot of speakers find this like shocking and surprising. If you know the speaking industry forwards, backwards, and upside down like Teresa and I do, you're seeing this all the time. Pay to play means there's vendors who speak, and that speaking slot at that main stage industry conference, that is a paid opportunity, but not paid the way we like, paid the other way, that some executive, some company use that as a marketing platform, and they're paying $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, sometimes as much as $50,000 for that speaking slot. Industry speakers is executives who speak for free. There is way more noise, way more competition, way more confusion, downward price pressure at every level. Teresa and I work with speakers at the $15,000, $18,000, $20,000 per speech level, and also people just starting out $45,000, $55,000, $6,500 level. Here's the problem with downward price pressure at every level. If you are a $5,000 speaker, your competition is not other $5,000 speakers. It is the $15,000 speaker who's willing to do it for $5,000. Because they're going under this pressure, they're going under this killer trends, they're falling victim to this, they're caving on their price, and they're now eating your lunch. They're now eating your lunch as a $5,000 speaker. Well, and here's the deal, gang. Being good, that's a cost of entry. That's table stakes. That's not some magic key. That's not some silver bullet. Here's another one. Our buyers, our prospects, are busier and pickier than ever. Busier and pickier, meaning they make snap decisions in 5 or 10 or 20 seconds. If you don't come across their radar with immediate clarity and immediate value, they're gone. They're gone to the next person. Outdated advice, greedy gurus, clueless peer opinions about what works. Let me give you a sample. All right, you ask, I tell. This was, we're not going to name names. This is a good guy who meant well. And he says, here's how I built my speaking business. Started out in the summer of 2013. I did 8 gigs all around the country, flying myself all around the country. So I did 8 gigs. My grand total income was $2,500. And this is in front of a room of professional speakers and aspiring professional speakers. Hang on, it gets worse. Here was his second year in business. 84 gigs, most of them free. Grand total revenue, year of 2014, $42K. Imagine that being the advice that you're getting. Thank God no one told our clients, Teresa. Thank God no one told our clients that this is the way to make it happen in your first year, that do 84 gigs, most of them for free, and then be happy with $42,000 a year.
That sounds to me like no wonder it's dying. You die doing that.
So but you know what? It's not just that guy. That guy's a microcosm. This bad, funky, upside down, crazy ass advice is everywhere. This is Forbes.com. This is one of the nation's premier speaking presentation skills coaches. We're not going to name names. You guys can Google it. You can figure it out. Speaking is not a profession. It's an activity. It's a way to communicate your passion. So begin with the idea. Begin with the passion. Begin with the craft. Then you got to write your book. Then you got to give your free speeches. What free speeches? Our people don't give free. What the hell's wrong with you? Create your community. Launch your blog. Create your platform of fans and believers. Once you've got all that down, then the invitations to speak for money will come. They will come to you by magic. Law of attraction. Now, here's what pisses me off. I'm so furious at this guy. First of all, this is bullshit. I'm sorry to say that, gang. That is completely not true. This is the long, slow, hard, painful road. You know what the twist of the knife is? This guy gets a $15,000 speaking fee every day of the week. Not a problem. He's out there doing it the right way, and he's telling you that no, please take the long, hard, slow, painful way. I mean, this is pervasive. This is pervasive, and it's killing your business, and it's killing good speakers like you. Here's the old traditional advice if you want to have a speaking-driven business. because of course it has to get worse before it gets better. You got a blog, tweet, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, do networking. Oh my God, trade shows? You're not going to trade shows? Media, public relations, get on TV, get on the radio, referral strategy, postcards, batch and blast, cold calling, free speaking, webinars, build up your YouTube channel, articles, you got to write a book, host podcasts, do interviews, do your search engine optimization, make sure to do text message marketing, build your list, get on radio, infographics, ebooks, Facebook ads, video series, launches, live streams, online groups. Oh my God. Oh my, are you serious? Just shoot me. None of this is money-making activity. This kind of advice, this kind of strategy is absolutely killing your speaking business. Here's the smart way, gang. Choose a few proven marketing tactics that you find easy, effortless, enjoyable. Play only to your strengths and commit to 1 or 2 main dishes, not 10. Drop everything else. You officially now have our permission. You got my permission. You got Teresa's permission. Drop everything else because it's not working. So what are the thriving 6% doing? Let's look at the 6% who are really making it. What do they know, do, and have that you don't? They have 7 things, gang. They have 7 things. Here they are. They have strategy. They have packaging. They have focus. They have a prospecting plan. They have an outreach plan. They have a sales process and a methodology. And they've built leverage and scale into their business. So let's go down this list. If you have everything firing on all cylinders, you will have success. If you're missing even one of these, and here's the bad news, most speakers that we work with and we talk to, they're missing more than one. They're missing 2. They're missing 3. It's like playing Jenga. You pull out enough of these sticks and the whole thing falls to the floor. After a 5-minute conversation with you, if you and I were to sit down and have coffee, I could tell exactly which one of these is missing in your speaking business, because it's obvious. So let's see if you can self-diagnose this. No strategy, you're suffering from tacticitis, the tactic of the month club, the tactic of the day club, right? All tactics, no strategy. You're missing packaging, you're a commodity. No focus, you're bouncing around like a squirrel. The movie Up has Doug the dog, oops, squirrel, and it's shiny object syndrome times 10. No prospecting plan, you're pinballing all over the marketplace. One day you're with the plumbers, the next day you're with the CPAs, the next day you're with the lunch ladies. The problem is the plumbers don't talk to the lunch ladies, don't talk to the CPAs. So you'll never build any traction, you'll never build any reputation. No outreach, you're a best kept secret. Of course, you stay at home, you stay quiet, you don't pick up the phone, you don't use email, you don't use LinkedIn, you don't use anything. There's no outreach plan, of course you're a best kept secret. Clients love you, no one else knows you exist. No sales strategy, no sales process, you're like me in my first 3 years. You're slowly going broke. No leverage and scale built into your business. You're on the gig-to-gig hamster wheel. You might be making good money, but there's a cap, there's a ceiling on what you can earn, and now you're stressed out, maxed out, and burned out. So what I'd like to do is, in the question box, which one of these is your closest friend? And you can put several in here if you want to. And you just type in these names. So you can go back to, is it tacticitis? Type in tacticitis. Is it commodity, squirrel, pinball, BKS, best kept secret, slowly going broke, or burnout? Which one has been the most problematic for you? And I'll give you a minute to put that in. Which one of these has been your constant companion? At various points in my career, and again, Teresa, you can speak to this also, I've had all of these. I've had all of these. We've had clients with all of these, and we have fixed all of these. I mean, any kind of crazy problem, we've seen it, we've coached it, and we fixed it. So what are people saying around this one, Teresa?
We've got lots of squirrels, slow brokes. Hello, my name is Squirrel with a hint of tacticitis, says Rachel. We got burnout, focus prospects, BKS, and maybe a little tactitis. Squirrels, yeah, we've all been there.
All right. Well, so let's start to fix it. Let's start to turn this around for you guys. So now we're going deep. Let's look at strategy. First thing I want to talk about is, again, this whole theme is the death of speaking, bad strategic advice. Here's my advice, gang. It's time to stop the crap. It's time to stop the hype. It's time to stop the empty promises. It's time to stop the shysters and the goofballs that are actually selling a dream and they're not selling the reality. There is a reality marketing approach that we're going to talk about on today's masterclass. But guess what? It ain't get rich quick, and it's not millionaire this or millionaire that. Here's another piece of bad advice that you're getting. Oh, this is easy. This is so easy. All you do is you have a great speaker video. Or no, wait a second. It's your speaker one sheet. It's your media kit. It's your folder. It's your packet. No, it's not your folder. It's not your video. You have to build a $20,000 website. State-of-the-art websites absolutely required. Gang, it's not about your video. It's not about your speaker sheet. And it's not about your $20,000 website. In fact, you shouldn't build a $20,000 website. Here's what it's really about. It's about having a strategy that builds a perpetual marketing machine. The strategy contains three pieces: your business model, your service model, and your revenue model. And we're going to break that down for you today, a little bit later on. And the outcome of that, the outcome of having a strategy, is it's directly connected to a repeatable, tactical process that you know when you wake up in the morning, you know what to do. Rain or shine, happy or sad, feel like it or not, you've got your marching orders because you've defined them and you've decided on them for yourself. And they're easy, effortless, enjoyable, and effective. And this leads to a predictable flow of clients and cash. So let's look at a client that has taken this bull by the horns, Dr. Mike Thompson. He came to us, 30-year veteran, very, very successful, had written a whole bunch of books, had spoken in front of 2.5 million people, mostly in the education space. And we helped him shift and pivot, the same pivot that we're going to teach you today. We helped him shift and pivot into a business topic for a business audience, and then add on the rocket fuel of sponsorship. In his own words, Mike said, my biggest problem is I'm hunting wabbits. I'm on the gig-to-gig hamster wheel. All I'm doing is chasing the next gig, hunting the next wabbit. After our work together, Mike says, I got one sponsor on the line for $50K, and another one just signed a $75,000 a year contract for 3 years, so that's $225,000. I can't say enough about David personally, and his mentoring program made all the difference. I've stopped hunting wabbits, and I'm finally building a real business around my speaking. So that turnaround, that strategic turnaround, going from commodity low-fee speaker to high-fee corporate sponsorship-driven speaker, in 8 weeks, Mike made that transition. So let's look at packaging. The lack of packaging is a big problem. So you have to make the switch that you're not a professional speaker, but you're a professional problem solver. That it's about solving problems, it's not about giving speeches. So once you make that switch, you're going to jump out of bed every morning excited to serve your clients in bigger, better, and more powerful ways than anyone else in your niche or topic. You're going to immediately stand out from everyone else because your connection and relevance to exactly what your target clients want and need is going to shine through. Anytime you want, you'll be able to create a transformational program that creates amazing results for your clients and a great income for you. You'll easily command $5,000, $10,000, $12,000, $15,000 fees for your work. You'll be positioned as the obvious choice, maybe even the only choice for premium clients. Those premium clients are expecting to pay premium fees for the kinds of results that you deliver, because now you're a problem solver, not just a speaker, and you will build a consistent $15K, $20K, $30K, $40K per month or more speaking-driven business. That's the switch that we're talking about. So let's look at our client, Tony Lucero. Tony was with us again, 8 short weeks, totally transformed his business. I circled the important parts for you. Long story short, I picked up 2 coaching clients totaling $32,400, and I'm on retainer for the company for 90 days at $10,000 per month. So is he a speaker? Yes. Is he a problem solver? Yes. Is he a speaker who solves problems? Yes. Did he make over $62,400 by shifting and pivoting his business model by 5 or 10 or 15%? Yes. Was he selling in these programs before he came to us? No. So if you look down further below, I say, Tony, love, love, love these results, energy, momentum, go Tony. Tony says, your program, David, made this possible because we opened his eyes to the repackaging of Tony Lucero from great speaker, and he was a great speaker, still is a great speaker, to professional problem solver. So let's look at prospects. You have to transform your thinking about prospects and prospecting, my friend. Nobody will value your expertise more highly than you do. Right here, right now, you got to make a commitment to let go of small potatoes thinking. Stop being the local yokel, local hero in your backyard. That's not where the money is. imposter syndrome. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. Who am I to be teaching this stuff? Who am I to be commanding $10,000 speaking fees? Who am I to be commanding $5,000 speaking fees? Got to let that go. Spray and pray marketing. Every prospect is a good prospect. No, wrong, false, death of speaking. Outreach reluctance. Outreach reluctance, seriously? You've got transformational, amazing, incredible problem-solving programs, and you want to keep that a secret. You don't want to share that with your clients and audiences. And then what Teresa mentioned a couple of minutes ago, this is our favorite thing. This is our favorite form of self-delusion. Oh, I just got to get my name out there. Dun, dun, dun.
Done.
Death of speaking. Here's your new definition of a prospect. Definition of prospect is the following. They own the problem that you solve. That's number one. You got to find them. You got to identify them. You got to know where to look. You got to know what to say. You got to know what to send that's going to resonate with the person that owns the problem that you solve. They have a need, they have a desire, and they have a budget. Let's break that down. That means that you show up on their radar as a highly relevant resource. That means that they not only know that they need it, they're already looking. They want to solve this problem, and there's a sense of urgency to solve the problem. Finally, they have a budget to solve the problem. They have the ability to bring you in. Please tattoo this on your forehead. If they don't have your fee, they are not your prospect. Why? Because it doesn't meet the 3 criteria. Am I a relevant solution? Are you looking to solve this urgently? Do you have the ability to pay? If they don't have the ability to pay, they are not your prospect. Here it comes.
Wah, wah.
Dun, dun, dun. Mistake number 4, aiming too low. We talk to people on the phone, well, I'd like to make $5,000 a month. Oh my God, what? I'd like to make, $6,000 a month. I'd like to make $6,000 a week, guys. I'd like to make $10,000 a week. I'd like to make $20,000 a week. And we're going to show you some amazing numbers that our clients have put on the scoreboard, so stay tuned for that. But aiming too low is going to kill your business. That is, again, another form of small potato self-limiting thinking. Here's the advice. Here's the action step. If I were you at every level of your career, you could be a $5,000 speaker, a $20,000 speaker. Whatever the next level of ascension is for you, aim higher sooner. Please aim higher sooner. There are local and city-based kind of regional events. Those are usually free. There is nothing stopping you right here, right now, today from going for the state and national events where they pay the main stage speakers. They pay the general session speakers. They pay the opening keynote, the closing keynote. Those opportunities typically pay. At the local and city and chapter level, they typically don't. You spend way too much time on the bottom of the pyramid, nowhere near enough time at the top. So let's look at what it looks like when you have your prospecting dialed in. John Garrett came through our program. He says, David's program is easily the best ROI a recovering CPA could dream of. I was able to sell more speaking engagements to better clients at consistently higher fees to the point of an 85% increase in income from last year. I booked a $5,500 gig within 5 weeks of starting the program. So once you've dialed in the prospects and you're not hiding and you're not playing small and you start aiming higher sooner, it's this kind of results that are waiting for you on the other side. Mistake number 5 is no secret sauce. No secret sauce, Teresa and I call same-o lame-o, being a same-o lame-o speaker. What does that mean? That means you sound the same, you look the same, you act the same as everybody else in your topic and niche. There's no specificity to your topic. There's no lens of expertise. There's no opinion. There's nothing contrarian. There's nothing intriguing. There's nothing different about what you're saying. So there's no specificity, no relevance, and no urgency. You are hedging your bets. You are betting on vanilla. Vanilla doesn't get paid. Vanilla gets killed. Vanilla is dead. We are in the age of Technicolor. If you don't risk turning some people off, you will never turn anybody on, and your speaking business is going to be DOA, dead. Dun, dun, dun. There it is. You're dead. No secret sauce. You're dead. Dead, dead, dead. Dead as a doornail. Now, here's the good news, gang. You have distinctions. You have differentiators. You have things that are your secret sauce, but you're not talking about them. You're not using them. So here's what you need to start doing. The unique overlap of your background, your history, your strengths, all your expertise, your experience, previous jobs, previous careers, previous lives, as we like to say. Having the right names to drop and the right stories to tell, there is low-hanging fruit hiding right under your nose, but you're not talking about it and you're not distinguishing yourself with it. And so by hiding that, or by not being aware that that's important, you look like, sound like, and act like every other speaker in your topic, and you are being overlooked, and you are being victimized by price pressure, and you don't know where the real paid speaking gigs are, and you don't know what to say and send even when you get a live prospect on the line. And that is a terrible, terrible shame. Another thing that Teresa and I see an awful lot of, and this is also killing your speaking business, is what we call foreground, background confusion. So you think that your topic is about your story or about your journey or about your struggle. And folks, nobody gives a rat's ass about your story. Nobody cares about your journey. Nobody cares about your struggle. But is there a nugget in there where you can talk about leadership or resilience or mindset or sales or marketing or customer service? If you simply change the focus, take that foreground story, journey, experience, expertise, put that in your backpack, that's the rocket fuel, and then let's aim that at the real foreground, which is what they want to buy and what they want to solve, and have a client-centric message instead of a speaker-centric message. That's going to make all the difference. Now, we've done this with people in the banking industry, in the career space, financial, healthcare, government, nonprofit. I mean, all these, if we had 5 hours to tell you all these success stories, your head would blow up. We don't, but I'll tell you, this is killing your business if you don't figure it out. And we can help you figure it out. So let's look at sales. My favorite part of sales, by the way, is the money-making part of sales. Let's look at money first. How to make real money. First piece of advice, please stop listening to idiots. How much should I charge? I get this from our newer speakers, right? Folks that are maybe, a couple years into the business, a few months into the business, what have you. How much should I charge as a new speaker? $500, $1,500, less, more, whatever their budget is. Oh my God. No, 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 no. These kinds of dumbass questions is what's causing the death of speaking, and specifically the death of your speaking revenue. All right, here's the economic reality about speaking fees. This is new information. I just pulled this the other day. This is from the National Speakers Association. It is fee level by experience. I am sharing this with you, and here's what I want you to ignore on this chart. On this chart, I want you to ignore the 3 bars. Half day, full day, keynote fee. I'm a big believer in single fee pricing. That's a whole nother discussion. We're not going to get into it. I circled the relevant number to focus on. Newbies, less than 1 year in the business, average fee $38.20. If you're in this to any level, first year, 18 months, 2 years, you should be getting $5,500 for everything. Everything. $55, $65, $6,000, $7,600, $8,000. Here's what I also want you to ignore. I want you to ignore the left-hand side axis of this chart, because you don't have to be in the business for 21 years to make an $8,000 fee. I'm going to show you an example in a couple minutes here. Super duper smart consultant, had never been paid to speak. She went from $0 to $7,500 in a matter of weeks. This does not take years. It doesn't take 3 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 plus. Forget that number. What I want you to, this is your minimum wage. This is your minimum wage chart. In the speaking business, this is your daily minimum numbers. Somewhere between 3 and 4 and 5,000, maybe 6, 7, 8,000 is the minimum. I'm not saying you can't have more. We got people in our program now that are booking and getting 15K, 18K gigs, no problem. Very excited about those kind of success stories. Here's why this is important. It's not about what you need to get paid. It's about what they need to pay to take you seriously.
That's right.
Pricing is your positioning. Write that down somewhere. Pricing is your positioning, and your positioning is your pricing. You charge less than what a professional charges. Let's go back. That's what a professional charges. You start to underprice. You start to lowball yourself. You start to cave on the price and do, I'll do it for 1,000. I'll do it for 1,500. I'll do it for 2K. Oh my God. You are undermining your perception of your expertise. You're doing nothing other than removing faith, belief, and trust from your client that you can do the job that you're being hired to do. So let's look at some sales success. These are the deep dive numbers I promised you. And these are all clients, and these are all from the last month or two. Again, we could be here 5 hours telling our success stories, but that wouldn't be interesting. What I'm showing you is not to brag, but to set the stage for how possible this is for you to make a very big turnaround very, very quickly. So I had to run some numbers for my financial planner. Gross revenue of $106K for the past 6 months. That's more than I've ever made anywhere in any 6-month period. Another thanks. Have a great weekend. FYI, I just got another gig for $12,500. I'm steadily raising my fees and so far getting it. Still not getting as many as I want, but I'm getting more for the ones I'm getting. So I'm happy with my progress. Love that. And again, that's reality. It's not all, oh yeah, we're all millionaires. We're all millionaires. No, we're not all millionaires, but we're booking $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month consistently. This is our 30K, right? Hey, this is all from Facebook and texting and emails that we get all the time, Teresa and me. How's your 30K gig coming along? Did that close? Yes, it's in 2 weeks. And that was a week ago that we had this exchange. Because of David and Teresa, I have a system to contact qualified leads. My sales proposition is what they're looking for, and I'm booking clients. Boom. Let's tally the nudge from Newman numbers. I love that. We got to maybe trademark that. Nudge from Newman numbers. 3 new clients, $20K in income up front, a clear path to only doing one-to-many group coaching for high fees. Hard to put a price on the increasing clarity, excitement, and vision of my future, but let's just say I haven't slept in almost 3 weeks. Thanks for everything. Getting back on track. Booked $33K in the past 3 weeks. Let's stop there and let that one sink in. Booked $33,000 of business in the past 3 weeks. Damn. All right, we'll do one more. I don't have all the time. We don't have time for this. We got to get to our more content here. Don't want to count the chickens before it hatched or spoil it before it happens. It looks like your LinkedIn reach out message sent by email may have just landed me a $60,000 to $70,000 contract in less than a week of sales cycle to boot. I have a handshake and a verbal agreement from the CEO and his executives. First event's already scheduled. I'm just formalizing the contract and sending them the paperwork today. So very, very fast results. People say, oh, here's why I'm sharing this. People go, oh, it takes 5 years to build a speaking business. Oh, it takes 5 years. It takes 3 years to make any significant money. You know what? It doesn't. It doesn't. Teresa, does it take 3 years?
It does not take 3 years.
Funny
3 months?
Funny how it does not take those 3 years. It really doesn't.
That's right.
Stop paying your dues. And I even hate that term. What does that even mean? Right? You have to speak for free. You have to pay your dues. You have to start small. You're not ready to charge more. You're not good enough. You're just in this for so-and-so years. No. Mindset. I would say about 80%. Our client, Wendy, who's in our program now, she says, oh my God, David, this is so incredible. I had no idea that so much of this was tied to mindset. Well, these are all mindset blocks, my friends. If your mindset's not right, nothing else in your speaking-driven business is going to work. So let go. Let go of the crazy, deadly mindset gaps that are causing you these problems. By the way, this is not just for newbies. We've worked with 35-year veterans who are rebooting and pivoting their speaking business. We've worked with $18,000, $20,000 speakers, $10,000 speakers. I'll tell you a quick story right here. Worked with a $10,000 speaker a couple years ago. He was a certified speaking professional, still is. Former Toastmasters world champion, still is. He hadn't raised his fees for 8 years. We had a 5-minute phone call. I said, dude, you got to raise your fee. I'm not going to spoil the punchline here. You got to raise your fee. I said, humor me. Raise it to $12,500. The next time the phone rings, just say $12,500. Just have those numbers leave your lips. Client calls. He calls me back a week later. Says, David, you're not going to believe it. It worked. He says, a client calls. He says, hey, we want 2 programs. How much is that? He said, well, they're $12,500 each. Great. It's $25,000. Send us the invoice. 5-minute conversation. He made he could have sold those 2 speeches for $20K. He sold the 2 speeches for $25,000 because now they're $12,500 each. That's the first week. And then tens of hundreds of thousands of dollars more since then. And that was a 5-minute call with me as part of our mentoring program. So here's what I want you to commit to right now, gang. Type in your new fee. I don't care where you've been. I don't care what you've been charging. given what I just shared and all those client success stories, that these are no name, no brand, nobody speakers. Type in your new fee, type in your number, and one word on how it feels. Ecstatic, excited, about time, whatever your feeling is, an emotion word. A little bit scared, supercharged. So type in your new fee, your number, 5,500, 7,500, 12,005, 15, 20, 9,500, 5,500, 4,500. Let's see what people are typing in. More about paying your bills. Just again to summarize, and again, I love these. I love the enthusiasm, and I love the certainty of some of these numbers you guys are typing in. You can turn this around in a few weeks. No more small potatoes thinking. No more small potatoes doing. Stop treating this like an expensive hobby. And here's what we do. We get people on the phone, and we have a consultation call with them, and they say, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm bringing in 5,000, 8,000 a month. It's okay. Doing okay. That wasn't your initial dream when you started this entrepreneurial journey, was it? It's like, yeah, I'm treading water. I'm breaking even. I'm doing all right. We want you to do great. We want you to add $10 or $12 or $20,000 a month to your monthly revenue consistently. So doing okay is not an excuse to play small. Doing okay is not an excuse to stay stuck. And doing okay is not an excuse to kind of slowly slide backwards and fall into the swamp of the death of speaking. So how much should you be earning? What's kind of the minimum that Teresa and I have in our hearts and our minds as a goal for you? We call it doctor money. So if you're making anything less than this right now, we have work to do. Doctor money, according to payscale.com, the average annual salary for a general practice physician in the U.S. is $186,600. If you're making less than that, man, we got to talk. If you're making that or a little bit more, let's see if we can add 20%, 40%, 50%. Let's get you to $250,000. Let's get you from 250 to 500. Let's get you from 500 to 750. Let's get you from 750 to 900. I'm hesitant to say $1 million, and you know why? Because that's BS. But let's take you from less than six figures to six. If you're already at six, let's go to multi-six. If you're already at multi-six, let's take you to close to seven. If you want to cross seven, great. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So the top 1% use at least three of the following. Speaking, investable opportunity between 4,500, 55, 75, 12,5, 15K, 18K, 20K, whatever it is. Speaking is one revenue stream. Training, same scale. Right? There's no difference to me between a training fee and a speaking fee. There should be no difference in your mind either. You get me for a day, it's 10 grand. I can speak, I can train, I can juggle, I can ride the unicycle. I don't care. I'm there. It's 10 grand. Coaching, consulting, licensing, sponsorship, coaching for $6,000, $5,000, $10,000 a month. And you saw Tony Lucero. He landed a $10,000 a month coaching gig because we opened his eyes to the possibilities here. Consulting. 5K, 10K, 20K, 25K per month. We got a client now who booked a $500,000 per year consulting contract. Licensing, sponsorship. You saw Mike's success. Here's the basic math you need to do. Price times quantity equals total. Let's map this out, and then I want you guys to do your number. Let's go low. Let's go minimum wage. Let's say you're doing 2 speeches a month at $4,500. That's $9,000 a month. 12 months in a year, you're making $108,000. But that's your target, that's your goal, and now you know it. You want to add 1 training day per month? Great. Same fee, $4,500. 4,500 times 12, that's $54K. You want to have 1 coaching sale? Maybe your coaching package is $6 grand. So you're making 12 of those sales per year. 12 times 6 is 72. Are you at the doctor number? You're at the doctor number. Now, let's say your business model, but I don't like training. I don't want to do training. Scratch training. That's why I turned training green. I said, let's take out the training, minus that out. You've got the 2 speeches a month at 108. You got the 1 coaching per month at 72. You're making 180,000, a little bit short of doctor money. Not quite 186,600. Here's the magic of doing this math with whatever dials and adjustments you want to make. You can add more. You can increase, you can decrease, you can flex it. But here's the magic. Now you know where you're going. You know your goals. You know when you're hitting it, you know when you're not, and you know how to get into massive action to fix it. A, do you have a number? B, is it based on reality? This is called radical reality, folks. There's nothing more radical reality than third grade mathematics. If this is 100% real for you, if you're with me on the radical reality of the basic third grade math, I want you to type in your new annual number, and I want you to type in the word real. What's your new annual number based on what I just shared that you should be making at least doctor money of $186,600, that you now know how to come up with that goal? It is a very simple third grade math problem. And if you think this is doable and possible and within reach for you, and I'm not blowing smoke and rainbows and unicorns and hype, then please type in your number and the word real. Your annual number and the word real.
I love it. Look at these numbers. 250K, 150K, 375, 250, 186 can be done.
I like so.
Oh, and Annette says real times 3.
I sure hope so. I mean, I think it's time for Annette to get paid. I think Linda needs to get paid some serious money. All these people need to get paid some serious money. All right. Let's look at one of our favorite recent clients, Susan Robertson. I'm texting, is this a confirmed gig? How much are they paying? And Susan says, yes, $7,500. Later, here's the deal. She says, quick good news to share. Just got a speaking gig that I feel sure I never would have gotten if I weren't in your program. It's chock full of prime prospects for me. I would have done it for free before, but instead I'm getting $3,500 plus full-length HD video, plus personal introductions to people I target from their list, plus video testimonials. That's a huge win for me for something I would have normally done for free and probably wouldn't have even thought to try to get regardless. Here's the story, gang. Never gotten paid to speak.
And let's not forget, almost ready to throw in the towel.
Yes, almost ready to throw in the towel. And we're not speaking out of school here because she says as much in her video case study with us. $0 to $11,000 of speaking revenue in 6 weeks. The $7,500 came in about 3 weeks. This was about 3 weeks after that when Teresa and I are doing our retreat in Philadelphia for our clients. $11K in 6 weeks, total dramatic turnaround. And now she's regularly booking. She's even moved up her fee now. This is all within months. This is within months. She's now booking gigs at 10 and 12.5. So bonus strategy. Invest in mentoring. Everyone should have a mentor. Mentoring brings new ideas, accountability, and real-world advice. It's like your GPS. It's like your GPS plus your compass plus your map. It helps you gain speed, shorten your path to success, avoid the potholes, remove obstacles, guide your action, answer questions, avoid costly mistakes. It is your straightest, shortest line to the outcomes and results that you want and need. A good mentor is going to give you great ideas and make sure you act on them. A great mentor is also going to put together a powerful group of people all working towards similar goals, and this is a force multiplier. In our mentoring program, there are people earning $3,000 a month, working right alongside people earning $30,000 a month, and everyone wins. Everyone wins by that cross-pollination and that collaboration. Now, again, here's the system. Here's the system. Here's the process. Here's what we are talking about. We talked about these things. The first 3 columns are internal. What you need to get straightened out with your strategy, your packaging, your messaging, and your focus. Then we shift to an external set of systematic strategies around your prospecting, your outreach, and your sales. And then we look at long-term sustainable scalability, leverage, and growth. How do you avoid getting maxed out, stressed out, and burned out? Is there a sponsorship play? Is there certification? Is there licensing? So you have all 7 of these firing on all cylinders to generate success. So I mentioned earlier that there's all kinds of shysters and goofballs out there pretending to teach and preach this stuff. If you're looking for help, and it could be with us, it could be with someone else, I don't really care. But the questions that you need to ask when you're looking for mentorship around this, how can you tell the great coaches from the goofballs? Because I've been cracking on the goofballs, the shysters, the millionaire speaker this, millionaire speaker that. What's the roadmap? How do you tell? What's the litmus test? Here are some questions that you need to ask. Number 1, are they getting results in their own business? Much more important, are their clients getting results? Are their clients getting results? Do they have all three things that we talked about? The step-by-step system, the mindset coaching, and the accountability for generating real results. Because if they don't have all three, there's a lot of people that will sell you a program and they don't care about your results. They don't care about your outcomes. Has what they've been teaching working for a long time? Number 5, is this appropriate for a wide variety of different types of speakers with different types of business models? Or are they trying to crank out mini-me's and it only works for speakers that are just like them? And then do they provide support that is world-class? Do they provide absolutely everything that you need for questions, for guidance, for mentoring, for real-time advice? Or is it just they're going to throw you into some kind of portal or membership website and have you swim around and say, okay, good luck? Because these 6 questions, when you invest your hard-earned money in some sort of coaching or mentoring program, you do not want to screw it up. So we talked about the death of speaking today. The old way that speakers got booked, paid, and built a high-profit speaking business is coming to an end. It's a recycled information that's out there, outdated strategies, clueless peers that are telling you to speak 82 times to make $42,000, greedy gurus that are preaching the millionaire nonsense, broken promises. I have one prediction for you. All of these things are going to destroy a lot of speakers over the next 6 to 12 months. A lot of folks are going back to corporate. A lot of folks are throwing in the towel. A lot of folks are putting on the green apron at Starbucks. If you want to win, and Teresa and I want you to win, you need to do things smarter. You need to focus on solving real problems, building a real business, and not just finding the next gig. And the time to do that is right now. So now you have a choice. And you can keep going the old way. Old results, slow, difficult, death of speaking mindset, keep being confused. Because here's why I put confused in quotes. You're not confused. You know exactly what to do. You're not doing it. You don't have the structure, the skills, the accountability, the mentoring, and the guidance to get it done the right way. So what does that mean? That means you're spinning your wheels. You're still not earning what you deserve, whatever that means for you. And for some people, that means that you're not earning that 40K or 50K a month. For some people, it means you're not earning 10 or 15 or 20K per month. But you're not reaching that next level for you. You can't figure out the password to the secret club of the top 1% of speaking-driven experts that we showed you today. You've got no guidance, no accountability, no support. It's a hard, lonely road. Doesn't have to be that way, my friends. That can all end today when you apply for a strategy session with me or Teresa. The link to do that is doitmarketing.com/apply. Here's what we're offering you. We're offering you a diagnostic deep dive phone call to apply what we talked about today to your specific business. We're going to diagnose what's really going on. We're going to find the strategic gaps that are keeping you from acting and marketing and selling like the top 1% of speakers that we work with. It's going to help you refocus and reframe and reboot. We're going to look at a couple of things. We're going to look at what needs to be fixed. We're going to do messaging and packaging, positioning and pricing and your marketing and your sales. We're going to fill in what's missing for you to consistently get clients you love and clients that want what you do and clients that need what you do. And so that's going to take you right to our booking form. And there's some questions that are going to come up. Here's the only catch. The only catch with this, it's not for everybody. So this is not for you if building a high-fee, speaking-driven business is not your number one priority for the next 3 to 6 months. Right? You don't know what you want to be when you grow up. This is not for dabblers. This is not for hobbyists. This is not for you if you've never given a presentation of any kind in your whole life. You refuse to follow a proven process. This is not going to be good for you. You refuse to change your low-fee mindset and your low-fee business model, so you got to be coachable. You're a fake expert, and your program or topic doesn't truly help people and companies improve. We're not going to work with you. We're not going to talk to you. If you're down to your last few dollars, you need to pay the rent this month. Remember, I am anti-get-rich-quick. I am anti-get-rich-quick. Teresa and I are pro-get-rich-smart. We're get-rich-smart. We're not get-rich-quick. So who is this for? Who should be clicking that link right now to go to doitmarketing.com/apply? If you're serious, decisive, and committed to making your speaking-driven business profitable over the next 60 days, whether you've started speaking or you're a seasoned pro, and we love our seasoned pros, and we love our folks that we can take from zero to hero. or from 60 miles an hour to 120. Whether you've got your niche or message nailed down or not, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Whether you're in it full time or planning your escape, whether you've gotten a few paid speaking gigs or a lot. You know, our $10,000 speaker, he's been $10,000 for 8 years. He needed to be at 12.5. And then a year after that, he should have gone to 15. And then 18 months after that, he should have gone to 17.5 and so forth. You're willing to follow a proven process to ramp up your revenue, and you take mentorship and direction well, and you want to put another $10,000 to $20,000 in your pocket over the next 60 to 90 days, like we've shown you our clients do on a regular basis, and build a predictable flow of clients and cash that we talked about at the top with your revenue generating machine. Predictable flow of clients and cash is the name of the game. Those are the folks that should hop on to that link at doitmarketing.com/apply. Here's why we're doing this. On the call, we're going to work with you to craft a step-by-step game plan to hit your income goals for the next 12 months and attract the exact clients that you want to work with. The cost of these calls is absolutely free. We know you might want our help to transform your business. If that's the case, we can talk about it, see if it's a good fit. If not, that is 100% okay too. No matter what, this will be the most valuable 45 minutes that you invest to grow your speaking-driven business and help you get real results to implement the game plan and customize some of the content that we talked about today to help you. So that's what we want to help you with when you go to doitmarketing.com/apply. If you're interested in a rapid breakthrough, doitmarketing.com/apply is where to go. And we will see you on your strategy call. Thanks, everybody. Teresa, as always, you're awesome. Thank you.
Awesome.
And we have to do one more theme song with the skeleton, even though I don't have the skeleton here. But you ready? We'll do it on three. It'll be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Dun,
dun, dun, dun.
The death of speaking. All right, my friend. Thank you. See you soon. Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.